John Lennon was both a visionary who composed Imagine and a dark soul. One of his fellow 1960s rock stars had a lengthy discussion about John's positively vitriolic behavior. He still defended the former Beatles. Donovan is a rock star who transformed from Scotland's Bob Dylan to a psychedelic mystic in a very short amount of time. Donovan met the Beatles multiple times in the 1960s. According to the Billboard Book of #1 Hits, he contributed to the writing of the Beatles' Yellow Submarine, which makes sense, given that many of Donovan's compositions seem like weird nursery rhymes. In a way, Paul McCartney returned the favor by singing on Donovan's own Yellow-themed single, Mellow Yellow. For a while, John had a dual public image as a troubled man and a saintly peace worker. In a 2018 interview with Goldmine, Donovan discussed the former. John had a dark side, yes, but so did Liverpool itself, the hurdy-gurdy man said. John was like those swaggering sailors who dock and drink, then rip you to shreds with harsh remarks if they didn't like you. They would go after anyone, and so would the Beatles. Especially John. Donovan seems to blame John's evil side on his parenting troubles. Don't forget, he lost his mom twice, and nobody but nobody had the extreme fame and fortune experience those four guys had. The same season of The Witch actor stated. So, when John let off steam, which he never did with me, it became verbally abusive. He had a positively vitriolic tongue. Donovan believed that people did not always have an issue with John's razor-sharp tongue. "You don't mind it when it's in his songs, do you?" he responded. "He was like that in private or in front of a large crowd. Do you remember American fans burning Beatles records? Imagine you were in that position. Everyone expects you to be pleasant. John couldn't always be pleasant." Donovan believed that people did not always have an issue with John's razor-sharp tongue. "You don't mind it when it's in his songs, do you?" he responded. "He was like that in private or in front of a large crowd. Do you remember American fans burning Beatles records? Imagine you were in that position. Everyone expects you to be pleasant. John couldn't always be pleasant." Despite this, the Mellow Yellow singer continued to defend John. He thought John's wit was funny. He also mentioned that John treated him properly and never considered him a threat. Donovan saw himself as part of a folk rock fraternity that included John, Bob Dylan, Leonard Cohen, Neil Young, Joni Mitchell, and other musicians. However, John did not consider himself a hypocrite. He truly believed in peace and love, and he sang about them because he saw how awful violence was. He believed that the most violent people were those who valued peace and compassion. Donovan recognized John's dark and light sides, as did many of his followers.